Here we are pulling up to the second special test at the Devil's Head ISDE out of Tillamook, Oregon State Forest. I totally mounted my GoPro wrong. This is the first race I've ever done with a GoPro, and the only shots that I got are of the trail if it's super steep, or up or down, and when I'm sitting down or like hanging off the back of the bike. So like anytime I'm in the attack position where I should be, the camera's pointing straight down. So none of that footage was good. Anyway, I didn't do it to make videos, kind of to put on the channel. The idea was actually to watch where my toes were, so I can evaluate my technique, and it's bad. I thought that the toes were always, the balls of my feet are on the foot pegs. That's what I'm working on. And my excuse is just that my boots are too big. So I always feel like the balls of my feet are on my pegs, but boots are too big, and that's why it looks like I'm standing on the arches of my feet. So trying to keep the elbows up here and work on all that stuff. Anyway, fish out of water. My suspension, I got an XC. This is a 250 4-stroke. It's a 23. It's the new engine and chassis. It is awesome in whoop-de-doos. I live in Bend, Oregon. The square edge whoops and high-speed sections are absolutely perfect for the linkage on this bike. I have not ridden a dirt trail in a long time. I knew it was going to be extremely challenging. Tillamook isn't even my thing to start with. I always have problems on hills, either up or down, kind of. So this is all new. So right here, I think that the test is over. I was sure that was the end of the special test. Like, why else would a bunch of people with a canopy be hanging out in the woods? So here I'm lollygagging, and that's why I have footage of this part, because I'm just sitting down resting, because I think it's actually a transfer section. So unfortunately, like, the good parts of the trail are just unwatchable because I'm looking straight down. Anyway, little tip over here. So by the pace of the guy ahead of me, I can kind of tell he's not just lollygagging in a transfer section, like he's treating this like a special test. And then it occurs to me, oh, maybe this is a special test, and maybe I should pick up my pace a little bit. So I start work my way back up to catch this guy, and then as soon as I get to him, I do realize that he's not just like pulling over, he's like racing. So then I'm like, uh-oh, okay, I got to race too. So that's the little story here. And I know for you fast guys, it's agonizing to watch a person go this slow. And I'm sure that a lot of people have never heard a 4-stroke idle or be in compression braking for so much. I'm not trying to impress anybody, obviously. This is, I hope, a really good video for people who race Tillamook in the future and are looking around for any information on like what the trail's like there and like how the race works or whatever, because there's not a lot out there. And so I thought I'd do my little part here since I had the GoPro on anyway, and share some sights and sounds and feels here. Let's see, what should we talk about here? It's hot enough in the day right now, so I'm on minute 48, and so that means like about 150 people have already gone through this trail. There's the camera guy. And so like the trail right here is fine, no problems at all. It's probably a little smoother after all those people went through, but later in the day, totally different story. When people get tired, oh boy, they get bad on the throttle, including me. I'm not above that. So here I realize that I think it's special test number 2 still, but I'm not positive. So I'm going like 3/4 here, and I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm just giving the commentary of what's going through my head at this time. And then when I see another guy up here soon, it gets me all, kind of excited. and I want to go past that person too. So that's that. I always have challenges at races. I'm always so excited. I can't sleep the night before. I generally work on Saturdays and end up driving way too into the night. I'm not impressed with the way people drive around Portland on Saturday night. That's just downright scary. The race is much less scary. What's up with the guy with the generator? There's always one guy at the races with a generator, and I don't want to say anymore. Nothing personal. I mean, at all. So yeah, working around people here, the special tests really rarely contain any transfer section like this. But it's really cool because this little transfer part sections together completely different terrain. And that's what I think is so cool about this club and their courses. Like, this is all fresh cut somehow. And it was made to join up other parts. And the fact that they can do that, and then we're riding a 60 miles of one loop. I mean, how insane is that? The experts went 95 miles. Like, that is so amazing. The effort that this club did. I mean, how many people does it take to hack through? It's remarkable. So here's the actual end of the special test, and I realized, oops, like that must have been so slow, but I actually did okay, and I realized that's because a lot of times to go faster you have to go slower. Right? That's a lesson most off-roaders have learned at some point. So here's the end of the special test, and these guys pull over to have a chat. I can't even breathe. I can't even talk. So I'm not going to embarrass myself. I'm just going to tootle up here and take a couple of sips off the Camelback and get as much rest as I can. Well, that's all from Tillamook State Forest, the Devil's Head ISDE. ISDE stands for International 6-Day Enduro. That's the format, so you stay on a schedule all day, and I didn't. That's it. Thanks. Bye.